The dignity of the human person is most clearly seen in the Church's advocacy directly related to creation and preservation of human life. We support protection of human life from conception to natural death. The Church's advocacy for human life includes opposition to abortion, as well as euthanasia, assisted suicide, human cloning, in vitro fertilization, and destruction of human embryos for research. We seek protection of human life through public policies that oppose torture, unjust war, the operation of drones for violent purposes, genocide, and attacks on non-combatants. Trafficking in human beings for sexual, labor, or other purposes is also morally wrong. First, let's recognize that the right to life comes from God, and as faithful citizens, we must uphold the dignity of human life throughout society. We advocate for laws that support and protect the most vulnerable people among us. As we seek to help those in our community, let's remember the key issues of abortion, the death penalty, euthanasia, and physician-assisted suicide. We are called to respond with mercy and support for the people facing these issues and more today. Abortion takes away the life of a child in the womb and harms mothers and fathers as well. We express our belief in the sanctity of life through prayer, outreach, and legislation to protect the unborn, and through compassionate assistance to anyone who has experienced abortion or is considering it. Here in Georgia, we have recently passed a law establishing a grant program for pregnancy resource centers which provide alternatives to abortion. While we continue to see a variety of decisions from the federal government about the issue of abortion, we must remember that our work as Catholics in faith and public policy compels us to share the love and mercy of God with men and women in crisis, while also protecting life at its earliest stages of development.
We Catholics must always recall the importance of the dignity of human life, from its beginnings within the womb to its natural conclusion in death. We cannot overlook any moment when human life is in jeopardy, and we must commit ourselves to defending it and making sure that it is always respected in the laws and policies of our nation and state.
Life is a gift from God until natural death. Euthanasia and physician-assisted suicide have made headlines throughout our country, including California's legalization of physician-assisted suicide in 2015. Along with countless others across the nation, the Church teaches that every life has great value, even in the face of suffering. Medical progress connected to the end of life should have the goal of alleviating suffering, not eliminating persons. As we work to build a culture of life, our laws should protect the elderly and terminally ill by communicating a message of hope that recognizes the value of every person.